Over. All right, we're live.
Hey,
Thanks, wrestling fans, for watching Wrestling Gamble with Joe DeBest Wrestling TV.
Yeah, we're going to do some predictions for Fastlane's pay-per-view happening tomorrow. WWE Fastlane.
Live into Fastlane.
How many days is it till WrestleMania?
21.
Ooh. Everybody out there who knows it's the first day of spring? Anybody up in the northern hemisphere who got snow today? Or was it just us?
It's snowing where we're at.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Yes!
Fantastic.
All right. We are live. We're going to do some predictions. And everybody out there in the chat world, hopefully you're going to do your predictions also. All right.
My phone's broken.
Got that live. Got that going. Why'd you break your phone?
It's working.
Oh, is it? Are you sure? You're like, I have no idea.
Prediction time.
Yes, prediction time. All right, did you guys have
I do not see an order that
would
make sense. I would just go least to greatest.
Least to greatest. Do we know what that is, though?
The Women's Tag Team Championship.
Women's Tag Team Championship. All right, so that's what we're starting with. All right, number one on the list that we're going to go.
Well,
wait a second. Why we can't start with the non-title matches?
Like Seth Rollins,
you know,
Nakamura?
There's like three non-title matches. Well, four, actually. 4 non-title matches.
I don't
you want to
have
start
a
with one of those?
So.
Yeah, I think we should start with the non-titles. Then
okay,
we
that
go
works
now
fine.
to the titles. I think
should we start
that
with
would
Braun
be a great...
Strowman and Shane McMahon? Let's.
Whichever,
yeah, let's do that.
as long as it's a non-title first, we finish it there, then boom.
We gotta go. Okay. All right, so here's the non-title match for you guys. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. What do you think's gonna happen there? How about you, Joe? What do you think's gonna happen with that? Do you think it's gonna be more Shane calling Braun stupid and making fun of him and
degrading
embarrassing him, or what do you think's gonna happen?
I'm not quite sure about that match. I heard that it was cancelled. If I'm right, I'm wrong. I thought it was
SmackDown last night.
Sure.
They did say that it was happening.
Yeah. So SmackDown said it was happening.
So it's happening, right?
On all the prediction stuff we've seen, it's happening. But that doesn't mean they can't cancel at the last minute.
Yeah, or
because they
since
can do
last
that.
night, most of this stuff was written last night.
We'll just assume right now that it's still happening. So with the assumption that it's happening, what do you think's going to go on with that?
I think Braun Strowman is being built in somehow, some way, but definitely if, Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon, I think I'm going to go, here comes the money. I'm going to go with the money guy. I'm going to go with Shane.
All right.
I think Shane is going to win.
Absolutely. So I think the same. Shane's going to win, and he's going to win it so dirty and so underhandedly, and they're going to make Braun lose by like a count out or something because Shane's going to be so clever. He's going to do something, and he's going to win it, and it's just going to piss Braun off more, so it leads into WrestleMania, because that's where the big match is going to happen. I feel like this is just kind of a start.
So I guess my question is why are they embarrassing Braun so much with it?
Well, it's not. It's to build Braun.
Is it really to build him up, though? Because he was gone for a while with his injury and stuff like that?
Yeah, and they just don't have any other storylines, and he wants to have a WrestleMania match.
All right. Well, I mean...
Shane's a stud.
He is. He still kind of is, I guess, in his old age. I don't know. I have no idea on this one, so I'm just going to follow the lemurs, and I'm just going to go with Shane. So I'm going to be a sheep.
All right.
And I'm just going to go along with that. Anybody out there in the chat, Joe, that they have a prediction of who they think it's going to be?
Yes, first of all, big shout out to Jacob for joining us here tonight. Big shout out to David. Big shout out to Game Killer Fire. Big shout out to Silly Engineer in the building. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. So going with your comments right here, I can see Game Killer Fire says that he thinks that the match between Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon will end in a disqualification. Jacob also right there in the comment section says Braun Strowman is going to win at Fastlane. And also, let me see, I can see Wesley Jeffries is in the building, says he's going for Shane McMahon. He's the GOAT. So yes, shout out to my time Weasley in the building right there.
We've got Chris Akane and ours, Ian Glazier, Weasley as I call him, Ravi, and that's it. Looks like Weasley, or Wesley as you know him as, is going with Shane. Yes. Ravi says nothing about it. Okay. Chris Akai says I heard nothing else. Okay. So that was the only person in our chat that said anything about who they think is going to win on that prediction. So most people in our chat for right now are going with Shane. So there you go. All right. Which one do you want to do next?
Move it
This
along.
one? All right. How about we go with Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura? All right, Joe. What do you think on this one? It's not a championship match at all. They just kind of started whatever when Seth came back. They kind of started this feud. What do you think's gonna happen?
Honestly, I'll be honest with this match. You know, Seth freaking Rollins, the Messiah. He's a good guy. He is a performer. He is one of the best superstars in WWE. And Shinsuke Nakamura is also gifted so well, man. You know, this guy has done it. He has done it in WWE. And it's going to be a tough one between Shinsuke and Seth. But I'll be honest on this match. Definitely, I'm seeing Shinsuke Nakamura going to beat the hell out of Seth freaking Rollins. Because Buddy Murphy will come out, of course, to help Seth Rollins, but eventually Cesaro will also come out to support his friend Shinsuke Nakamura. So I'm going to go with Shinsuke Nakamura for the win.
All right, Travis?
I'm going to go with Seth Rollins because they're going to start building Seth to Cesaro. Yeah, I mean, he has the right story that's going to happen. I just think that the other person's going to win it. And then Seth Cesaro at Mania is going to be where it heads to.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Seth on that. But yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Almost word for word what he said, but I'm just going with a different
But the
winner.
opposite guy.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would rather see Shinsuke Nakamura beat the crap out of Seth Rollins, but that's just my own wants and desires. But with Seth Rollins having contention with Cesaro, I immediately had contention with Cesaro. He came back and he had called everybody down to the ring and he was talking and blah, blah, blah. And then he got all like about himself. And then they were like, yeah, screw you. We're all leaving. Even Buddy Murphy left. He didn't even stick around. And the only person that kind of stuck to the outside was Cesaro. Cesaro just kind of looked at him like, dude, you're a freaking asshole. Like, you're a dumbass. And so then that kind of started them fighting and stuff like that. So I don't know why Shinsuke was out there. I don't know if it's because him and Cesaro are still kind of buddies and they still, you know, they were a tag team. They were together for a long time and then they kind of separated them a little bit with Cesaro kind of going fighting one-on-one with Daniel Bryan and things like that happening. So I don't know if they're going to put Shinsuke over Seth for this or if it'll be Seth and then have people come in and mess everything up.
Right.
Whether it's Cesaro coming down and helping Shinsuke or Buddy Murphy coming down and helping Seth.
Both.
But I think that they'll have Seth win just because they love those guys and it's disgusting. It makes me want to barf. So I'm going to go with that yucky person. All right, that's my pick. Okay. All right, Joe, how about in your chat? Who they got for predicting out there?
Yes, I can see comments are coming in through. Game Killer Fire says he's going to go with Shinsuke Nakamura for the win. We have Peter Christ in the bill. Says, hey, Joe, how you doing, Peter Christ? Jacob also says he's going for Seth Rollins. SmackDown Savior, Friday Night Messiah will beat Nakamura at Fastlane. And also we got Game Killer Fire rather says, Joe, the Fiend is behind you. Good one. It didn't work. Wesley Jeffrey rather says Seth Mother F Rollins will win. Game Killer also, let me see, Monster in the building says, hello, how you doing, Monster Patrick in the building. I don't know which other comment this is. Wesley is saying Eddie Murphy. I think he wanted to say Buddy Murphy, not Eddie Murphy.
Right.
Eddie Murphy is the actor.
Coming to America.
Buddy Murphy is the wrestler. Yes, coming to America, man. Let me see who we got. Okay, I think we are good on that. KC in the building says is the one they call Jota Bet. Oh, shout out one more time, KC. Okay, I think I'm down on my side. Yes.
All right, it looks like just in our chat we do have Wesley or Weasley, as I call him, going with Seth the Mother Elf and Rollins, and Ravi says I want Nakamura to win, but he says Seth is winning. So he wants Nakamura to win, like I do, but he says Seth is winning. Chris Akane in our chat's like Rollins will probably gonna win. I guess I think it's gonna be a good match for the mid card. All right. It doesn't look like anybody else has said anything. And yes, Ian, we see you in there. Thanks for joining us. You got any predictions? Let us know in the chat. Okay. So moving on to the next one. How about we go with the Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus? That one's going to be a no holds barred match. So it's not a championship match of any kind, but it's going to be a little bit more than just a regular match. So what do you think's going to happen there, Joe?
Also, this is a great fight, but definitely they've spoiled the momentum. They've spoiled a great match for Fastlane. You know, they shouldn't have given us Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre Monday Night Raw the way they used to do it. Basically, they've spoiled that match. I'm not expecting anything huge. Literally, the only thing I'm going to say, I'm just going to go with Drew McIntyre because they're building up Drew McIntyre for WrestleMania. So Drew McIntyre will win.
There's a slight chance here that it might build to a triple threat. And then that way they could take the title off Bobby without showing him as a weak man to put it back onto McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And
I like that.
And then
I like that.
So that
like
my
that.
prediction here is still the same. It's still Drew's going to win, but it could start to build as a triple threat.
Right. Yeah, because unless they're going to push Sheamus towards getting the championship, there's no reason for him to really win it at Fastlane.
No, Sheamus would be the fall guy.
Yeah.
At Mania. But obviously, Mania is 3 weeks away. A lot can change.
Right.
But
And even if they do have this match, and like you said, they could have a triple threat match at Mania between Bobby, Drew, and Sheamus to give Sheamus that shot at a title. But at the same time, why are they doing this, like...
The friendship breakup?
Yeah, like
they've
were
been hitting
like,
at it for
so
a year.
they're like, oh goody, you're a friend, and they were friends for 2 weeks, and then it's like bitches. They're like, oh my god, you like said my hair looks stupid, and so now they're fighting each other like, I hate you, and I pull your hair.
It's called wrestling.
Is it?
And that's how it
that
works.
What it looks like bitch fighting to me, but you know, hey, well, I thought we were best friends, but we're not best friends anymore. Anyways, that's just my opinion on it. I don't think that Sheamus is going to win, by the way. Even with no holds barred. I mean, Sheamus has probably been in multiples of that. We've seen Drew McIntyre take it to the limit a few times. Randy Orton and the ambulance match stuff and everything. Right, that is the right one I'm thinking of. So I'm going to go with Drew. I'm going to follow. Just gonna
Yeah,
be a
you
little
can't
sheep
have
tonight
the
or
champion,
today.
number one contender, McIntyre, lose 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. It doesn't even look good on paper.
No, it doesn't. And if they do that, then they're stupid. But we all know WWE's writers are sometimes kind of dumb.
Clowns.
Clowns, as Joe says. They're clowns. All right, Joe. Anybody in your chat? What they got? What their predictions?
Yeah, I've got some kind of weird chats coming in through. Definitely people are talking different stuff, but okay. I'll read which I see. Game Killer Fire says Drew McIntyre will win. Okay. Wesley also says I'm going for Drew McIntyre. Jacob also says go for my fellow Irishman, Sheamus at Fastlane.
Bold.
Oh wow. Wesley also says what? I'm going with Andy. Who's
Who
Andy? Game Killer Fire says Claymore kick 1, 2, 3,
it's
ding
Andrew.
dong ding.
I know who that is, Joe. He's talking about Drew
Yes.
McIntyre. Somebody called him Andy in the back. One of the other wrestlers called him Andy, and I can't remember if it was The Miz. I think The Miz did it. The Miz called him Andy as like a joke, because he was like Andrew, Andy. So instead of calling him Drew.
So possibly it might be
Right.
like
Maybe.
his real
Right.
name or something, right? Okay. Game Killer Fire on the comment section says Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley versus Sheamus. Brock Lesnar returns. F5 Drew McIntyre. F5's Bobby Lashley. F5's Sheamus.
This is handed. You get an
Jesus
F5.
Christ.
You get an F5.
Like
you get an
Oprah. Only it's not Wells we're giving out.
Imagine that you just get an F5 to everybody.
F5 for everybody.
I think that needs to happen at WrestleMania. It will be
Yeah.
wild, by the way. It will be.
Yeah.
I don't know. It will be
should
crazy.
be. I mean, they've built it up enough to be crazy. It should be that way. Chris Akane in our chat saying Sheamus might win. Ian Glazer in our chat saying hi to Joe. Well, if you want to say hi to Joe, go to Joe's stream and say hello to him over there too. Let's see.
Just go back and forth,
Hello.
guys.
Back
It's
and
very
forth. We got one
very
of those
simplistic.
Weasley. We have John Dwyer in the chat. John
Hey,
Dwyer
John.
saying, I'm going with Drew McIntyre. He's already proven that he can beat Sheamus. Yes. I think that's probably a pretty good prediction on that part. Weasley does say he is definitely going with Drew also. All right, so let's see. Keep all the championships for last, I guess. So we'll do the one that might actually, I don't know. Do you think this is going to be a main eventer, or do you think it's going to be like in the middle of the show? This is the Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. We're going to talk about that one.
Wait, let me just catch you there.
Okay,
I want to read
go for
something.
it.
Just one comment from someone. I have to read this one. Casey says on the comment section, "Don't be clowns. Sheamus is going to lose." I had to read that one.
There you go.
Yeah, don't be clowns, man. Don't pick on Sheamus. He's gonna lose.
All right. Okay, so with that, and to the thing that everybody who goes with Sheamus is winning is a bunch of clowns. And watch, he'll win, and then we'll be clowns. Just kidding. All right, so we're going to talk about the Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton match. So they've been piping this through and advertising it like on a big scale the last few times that we've
it's
seen
big.
Raw and stuff like that. And even, I think they even popped it up during SmackDown, too? I don't remember.
Probably.
Maybe they didn't, and I was just hoping they did. Anyway, so Joe, what's your take on this one? Like, what do you think's going to happen with this little weird match?
I don't know. I'm actually also kind of confused. You know, Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. I'm so confused on this one, literally. But this might be a build-up. The Fiend might be returning at Fastlane because the Fiend won't be seated wherever he is and watch Alexa Bliss get destroyed by Randy Orton. My bad. So definitely, I don't think if it's gonna work out as a match, Randy Orton is gonna lose. If I'm to say so, if the match is supposed to happen, Randy Orton is gonna lose due to the Fiend destruction and all that, making Alexa Bliss win that one.
Yeah.
And I think the Fiend might be returning at Fastlane. So
okay.
Yeah,
Alexa
that's a
Bliss
tough.
for the
I
win.
mean, obviously, pound for pound, it's a mismatch.
Well, if it was a real fight, we know she wouldn't win.
What I was reading earlier,
he could just backhand her once.
one of the predictions I had read earlier said that it'll be a 22-minute epic and back and forth classic. Yeah, classic.
22 minutes.
Then Randy Orton will start bleeding out of his mouth.
And then the reborn of the
Alexa
Fiend
Bliss has been possessed by the Fiend, and she gives him a sister Abigail.
Right.
Like Randy Orton comes in for the RKO, and then Alexa Bliss does the sister Abigail, and because she's possessed by the Fiend, and then Randy starts throwing up and doing his weird tar stuff out of his mouth and whatever's happening.
Right. That has to happen. The blood coming out of the mouth is.
I actually love Alexa Bliss when she's doing the Sister Abigail.
Fantastic.
She's really great, I think. She's
so
really
on
good.
This one, I'm going to go with that Alexa's either going to win or it's not going to be a contest. Like, the match is never going to happen.
Right.
Like, there's no ending or Bliss wins, but Randy Orton's not winning.
Right.
It will be just like a movie, you know? We just watch a movie.
I think it'll be a cinematic match, but I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah. So I kind of feel exactly the same way. I don't feel that Randy Orton's going to win this in any way. But without some kind of weird stuff happening that would make it so that Bliss could win it. But I almost think that it's just not going to have a winner. It's going to be one of those matches that we've watched where everybody's like, oh my God, who's going to win? And then all of a sudden nobody does. And you're like fucking pissed and like throwing things at the TV. And you're like, oh God, I can't break my $4,000 TV. Oh no. And you throw your drink at it and you're all mad and walk away. And, you know, passion!
And then you think about it when you're all alone in the bedroom.
Corner, like rocking yourself. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, so I guess in a way I could say that I think that Bliss will win, but in a way I don't think that it's really going to have a winner. I mean...
We all win at home.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because we get to see Alexa and her weirdness. I mean, who doesn't want to see that, right? And her weird, childlike 12-year-old outfits that she wears. creepy. All right, Joe. What your people in your chat got? What are they talking about?
Man, the chat is going crazy, man. Silly Engineer says last Monday, Randy Orton says he will kick her head. That means Randy will punt kick Alexa's head. If this happens, then this storyline is going to be great as F. Okay. And then the Fiend will return at the same moment. Okay, that is from Silly Engineer. So Game Killer Fire says how the Fiend returns. Randy Orton, Rio Alexa fight goes off. What? Oh, goes offline on the mat. Is the Fiend Corey goes like wild. My God, the Fiend is here. Okay. Casey says Joe Roman will lose. Okay, that one is we will reach to that or Roman Reigns. Wesley rather says I'm going with RKO out of nowhere, baby. Another comment from Casey says Alexa Bliss will marry Randy Orton at
we're getting a
Fastlane.
wedding.
What? He says
Just out of
what
nowhere.
The hell?
Miro will be there.
He'll make sure and ruin it for somebody.
But
Rusev shows up.
But Casey ends up is like Alexa Bliss will win. So Game Killer Fire says, Kay, you're gonna say okay, no, let me see. Game Killer says, big fact, the Fiend will return. David in the building says, hey Joe, how you doing? David. Casey says, what? Let me see. David says the Fiend will come back. I like Alexa Bliss too, man. That is from David. Casey, let me see what he said. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. Let me see. Man, so many. I don't want to miss someone's comment about this. Okay, Jacob right there says, I think Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss, when they are having the match, the lights go dark and, come back on the Fiend as Randy Orton, kind of, gets a mandible claw. Okay. That is from Jacob. Let me see. Okay,
All right.
I think we're good.
Okay,
I think we're good. There's so many comments. I can't read other comments. Don't
I
even
know,
make sense
right?
about
I
this
get ya.
match.
That's what I had to do too.
Yeah, so I have to jump.
I don't even know why you're saying that. We're not even talking about that. Right. So, Ravi in our chat, just go one back to the Drew Sheamus. He went with Drew. He popped that in right when we started talking about the other one. So I'll throw that one out there. Weasley is definitely going with Randy Orton. He says, "What if the Fiend has a partner? Will win this time? Then comes to." Bo, and then we have the Wyatt family faction, Wyatt, Bo, and Bliss. Probably not going to ever happen again. I don't really foresee us happening anything with the Wyatt family. I think that's a done deal. I mean, he kind of brings it back every once in a while with stuff, but that's just his revenge. Ravi's like, Alexa will win, Bray will turn up. Okay. But he says that Bliss will get an RKO. So you're thinking that Bliss is going to get an RKO? I don't think so. Personally, on my end, I just don't think that Randy's ever going to RKO Bliss. And the only reason why is because of the possessional weird stuff that's happening with Randy and stuff like that. I mean, he might try to go for it and then all of a sudden, like, stop in mid-stride and go creepy or whatever. So,
I mean, he could get possessed in this match and just lay down.
True. I mean, he could get possessed.
Because he didn't even know that was him in that Teletron like 2 weeks ago.
True.
And he was talking to himself, and he's like, what the hell's this?
Yeah,
kind of scared him a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. But Ravi does say that Bliss should give Randy the Sister Abigail. Good deal. I agree with that. All right, moving on. Now we're going to talk about some... Oh, go ahead.
Let me also catch you off on that one.
Okay.
Just a moment. Casey says, no one has good English. RIP the chat's English. You get it? David says, a horror movie, man. Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton, man. Casey says, an unpopular opinion. Silly Engineer says, Alexa Bliss will marry Randy Orton at Fastlane, and then the Fiend will return because he's jealous of Randy Orton. Great storyline. Oh, boy. Okay, let me see. Casey says Randy and Alexa Bliss will end up in a firefight, and then the Fiend will come back. Casey says gets resurrected. Noma right there says, oh, shout out to one more time, Noma, for joining. Noma right there says Alexa Bliss will bring out Randy Orton clone, and that will attack regular Orton. Okay. David also says Alexa Bliss going to burn it down. A Randy man, right?
Nice.
Yes. Fantastic.
Okay.
We're good now.
All right, so we're going to talk about some championship matches now. And the first one we're going to talk about is the Women's Tag Team Championship. We have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, the champions, versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Joe, what do you think's going to happen here?
Definitely, it's 100% sure. The person that says Sasha and Bianca are going to be tag champions, they are big clowns. I'm saying it facts. If you're thinking of saying Sasha and Bianca winning the titles, you're a clown. Big clown. So this is what is going to happen. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will retain the titles because Sasha and Bianca will have their feud on. They will start quarreling. Like, I'm supposed to go in, I'm supposed to hear, making the tag and all that. So definitely this will confuse both of them, and maybe one of them will leave. Maybe Bianca will leave Sasha alone, or Sasha will leave Bianca alone. And of course, we already know Nia and Shayna get the victory on this.
Yeah, Reginald's going to play a big part in this.
Oh,
I mean, he has to. And so what's going to end up happening, I mean, the final result, let me get to the final result, and then I'll come back and explain about it. The final result is we can start concentrating on the main event, right? We can start concentrating on Bianca and Sasha.
Right.
Because that's what we need. We don't want them teamed up. We don't want them to be friendly with each other.
Right.
We want them to go into WrestleMania
we don't want them
each
to be
other.
a Bayley-Sasha thing
How
again.
it's going to get there, though, with this tonight is, like Joe said, something's going to happen with Reginald, and I think Reginald will probably go back with Sasha, and that'll split Bianca off. But something's going to go there with Sasha and Reginald.
Right.
Would be my guess.
Right. And I agree with that Reginald's going to come into play. He would have to at this point, right? With Nia and this and that. And then he's going to come into play, and then it's going to piss Nia off enough, and Shayna's going to be over there going, nah, I told you so. Because, every time they've done anything, Shayna's been in the background with this face.
Right. It's like when we're talking.
Yeah, exactly. When I have to listen to Travis too much. It's kind of like Shayna's now feeling like the third wheel, you could say. And maybe that's why she's botching or messing up or whatever. And things like that. Nia already gave her like that. If you cost me one more time, you cost us the tag titles, I'm coming after you kind of thing. So, which at some point that can totally happen. And
yeah, they could lose
it.
They could lose the tag team belts before Mania.
Yeah.
And that match could happen at Mania, Nia and Shayna.
Yeah, and then they get, into a match together. I mean, Shayna can pretty much keep her own with Nia. They're both kind of botchy and weird, so they both kind of, their botches kind of like counteract each other, right. I guess you could say. As long as Shayna doesn't kick anybody else's teeth out. So I personally think with you guys that Nia and Shayna are going to retain because I don't want to see another fucking Sasha Bayley crap. I'm a champion. Let's be tag champions together. Let's be friends. Because why would you push Bianca so much to be, I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a champion, I'm going to be this, and then do that to her? It just makes absolutely no sense to put her in a constraining situation of being tag team champion with the champion of the women's belt. It makes no sense whatsoever to me. Maybe it does to the WWE writers, and maybe to people out there. And I get people out there like, oh my god, but Sasha and Bianca are such a good team, and I really want to see them together forever. And it's like, yeah, let's not. I want to see them fight each other and pull each other's hair and like scratch each other and just beat the crap out of each other. So yeah, that's my prediction. I'm done now.
Great one. Wow. Wow. I like that.
All right, Joe. What do you got in your chat? What's going on in there? People giving you some grief?
Man, crazy people are chatting here so much. Erin Pereira in the comment section says, Joe, here's your idea. If Sasha Banks turns on Bianca Belair, what happens at WrestleMania? If Bayley and Carmella would actually interfere the match and help her to win and form the group? I don't know. That is a comment from Erin Pereira.
Fantastic.
Casey says, Sasha and Bianca will win. Now look at this clown. Look at this clown by the name of Casey. Jesus Christ. David right there says, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will win this match. Yes, you're right. Game Killer Fire says Nia and Shayna Baszler will retain. Yes, you're right. Jacob says Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will retain. Absolutely correct. Game Killer also says Sasha turns heel at Fastlane. Yeah, makes a lot of sense if Sasha or Bianca turns heel on both of each other. Makes a lot of sense. Jacob also says Bayley should be on the match card for Fastlane. Bro, I know you're so in love with Bianca Belair. I mean, with Bayley. But point of correction, Bayley is just sitting behind backstage.
She's in Titus
gonna
Catering.
Just watch these matches. So sorry to say. Yeah,
she doesn't even have a ding dong
making
episode
cookies and
going
all
on
that.
because she is a ding dong.
David says someone turn heel Fastlane with Sasha Banks or Bianca Belair, mate. Casey says Sasha turns heel. Game Killer says you what? Love Sasha? I don't get it. Dancing Joe in the building. Hey, we got Dancing Joe in the building. How you doing, mate? Shout out to you. Says Sasha for the win. What? I just say Dancing Joe. I kind of... Jesus.
You're all positive and then they're like, throw that crap out there. It's like, ew.
I'm kind of hyping him up, and I'm reading his comment. He's like, Sasha, this guy's crazy. Get out of here, Dancing Joe. Get out of here. Casey says, David is like, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler for the tag team titles. Okay. Game Killer says, Bianca, SmackDown Women Champion. Okay, we will reach there at WrestleMania. Let me see who else we got. Bianca will destroy Sasha, hopefully. Okay, I think I'm done. The other things are not really important right there to put it.
We do have Ayla in our chat. Hey, Ayla, throw that out there for you. She doesn't usually do predictions for anything, but she comes in and says hi. No.
Oh, sorry. Just one person who joined, and I didn't read his comment. Daniel Bryan says, shout out one more time, Daniel Bryan, for joining. Says, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are gonna win the titles. Sasha maybe turns heel after, of course, towards Bianca Belair. So we don't get a boring face versus face match at WrestleMania. Okay, that is from Daniel.
All right.
I think I'm done.
So yeah, hi out there to Ayla. Hey, how's it going, hon? Ravi says, I do think Shayna and Nia will end up feuding because of Reg. I think that Binks and Belair will end up scrapping. I don't know what that means.
Scrapping is a fight.
Scrapping, I guess. So are you guessing that one of them is winning? You didn't really say whether or not Nia and Shayna are retaining or what's happening with that, but that's good. And yes, Ravi, I do want to go eat at Titus Catering because he probably has really good food and I'm kind of a foodie. All right. Anyways, so moving on, since we have nobody else in our chat today, let's see. How about we go with the Intercontinental Championship? This is going to be between Big E, the champion, versus Apollo Crews with this new weird-ass gimmick he's got going on. Over to you, Joe.
I'm sorry to say this. I love my Nigerian brothers. We're in the same continent. But I don't like the way Apollo Crews is forcing to speak like a Nigerian. He is really forcing that gimmick. And Apollo Crews with Big E. I don't know. The way I'm seeing they're building up Apollo Crews being a Nigerian dude right there, coming from his grounds all the way. I think Apollo Crews might be the new Intercontinental Champion. I'm seeing him becoming the new Intercontinental Champion. So I'm going with Apollo Crews. Sorry, Big E, man. I love Big E.
Right.
But, sorry for Big E, man.
Also going with Apollo.
Yep.
But I think it's going to be so dirty, so underhanded, so gross that everybody's going to be angry about it, and it sets them up at Mania, where Big E takes it back at WrestleMania. But I feel like they are going to take the title off of him right now just to put on Apollo.
Right, so that he can have some angry contention matches with it and stuff. Which is funny that Joe did bring up the stuff about that with Apollo Crews' gimmick stuff, because we were curious how you felt about that. We actually said it on our stream.
No, I didn't like it.
Night.
I didn't like it.
I've been looking forward to this one. So
but
now it's all cleared up.
I really don't want to even say, because I really don't want either one of them to win.
Well, that's the silliest thing ever.
I want the championship.
There are only
to
two
be
of them.
completely
You don't want
vacant.
anyone to win.
Right?
It's because
That's
of the
crazy.
social
That's crazy
injustice
now.
done to Sami Zayn.
It is. It's totally no. It's not because I don't really like him either. So.
So you want them to give the
I
title to the
don't.
homeless guy,
Sami
the crazy
Zayn.
dude that doesn't even know his name right now?
I don't like.
He doesn't even
Fidel
know his
Castro
name right
either.
now.
So I can't say that I like any of them at this point. Fidel Castro, Apollo Crews and his whatever stuff he's got going on with his roots that he's decided, and Biggie, and I don't even know what that was. Like that interview yesterday, it made me cringe so bad. I had to take my earpiece out because I didn't want to hear it anymore.
Right.
I was just like, are you kidding me? I'm like, thank you for going out, finding a golf cart and trying to run him over, which I wish he would have. Literally ran the guy over with the golf cart because it would have made better
This ain't
television at that
AEW.
point.
They're not gonna do that.
They did it. WWE did it. They hit that other part. They did it with Kevin Owens.
Yep.
He did get hit with a golf cart, which is funny that I said, haha, what if they're in the back getting a golf cart? And then they hit him with
No,
a golf cart.
but anyway, guys, WWE did it fast and AEW did it second. So they did
I'm
it
sure
long
they
time ago. WWE did it
But I
long time
never
ago.
watched it.
Yes,
I've only been
check
watching
it out.
for over a year, so I wouldn't know.
It's almost 2.
I don't know the history.
It's been a long time. They did it. They used the golf cart. They did. I don't know which match exactly it was, but they did it before. Then, when they did it with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, the AEW fans were like, oh, WWE is coping, da-da-da. And, WWE is the one that started all this. They did it before. So,
Well,
yeah.
I'll take your word
It's
for
crazy.
that. I haven't watched it before, so that's what I'm saying. Me, personally. Everybody else, maybe. Me, no. Anyways, but I do think what's going to happen is they'll give it to Apollo Crews because, God forbid, I mean, why wouldn't
Wow,
they?
so we are gonna get a title change. And we love to see title changes.
Yeah, definitely. I'm seeing that happening. I'm not sure, but because it's a prediction, everybody's putting their own words in. I'm seeing Apollo because they wouldn't, put him on that level that they're trying to put Apollo Crews right now. And then they end up, making him lose at Fastlane. So I
Right.
don't see that happening.
All right.
Yeah, we want to see people like Corbin. We want to see Corbin
There
get
you go.
the title, man. Even though I hate him, I want to see
Right.
Corbin get
I mean,
the title also.
that's what you want to see. You want to see, yeah.
Antagonists.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. What about your chat, Joe? What they got saying? What they saying over there?
Okay, I think the chat
good.
has relaxed a bit. David right there says, Apollo Crews, he's telling me to say Apollo Crews mate will win. Okay, yeah, Apollo Crews will win. And also, someone asked a question. Isaac asked, who these guys, their YouTube channel? They're called
Wrestling Gap.
Wrestling Gap.
Come check us
Wrestling Gap. Just go check them. Wrestling Gap. GAB. Yes. Go and check them out. Let me see again. Disqualification finish. Casey says a disqualification for that match. Casey also says, I know, right? It's too forced. Oh, he's talking about Apollo Crews, the way he's trying to put the accent of
yeah.
Nigerian. David right there says, see Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, man. Definitely, we will get Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. That's true. It's a fact. Erin Pereira also says, maybe, what? Well, okay, we I don't know. David says that's true. Joe, Game Killer Fire says, Joe, what's copy? What's copy? What's copy? Anyone knows what copy
It's
is?
when you take somebody's style and
I don't
use
know
it.
about that. Huh?
Where you copy stuff?
Yeah.
Copy, like Kobe. No, but he used a
Oh.
K and the I
P?
at the end.
Like Kobe?
So that's why
But
I'm.
it's a P-I.
Oh,
K-O-P-I.
No,
Kobe.
Kopi. K.
K-O-P-I.
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
Kopi.
Maybe it's slang where he's from.
I don't know what that is, man. Game killer, drink some water, man. Get
Hydrated
yourself okay.
Get your brain actually working.
It's like Piff.
Daniel. Oh my God, man! Come on. Daniel Bryan says, "I want Apollo Crews to win, and if Biggie wins, maybe rematch at WrestleMania for whatever reason for that title." I think that would be stupid,
would
man.
be dumb.
That would be totally stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at WrestleMania we want to see people like Corbin be going for the Intercontinental Championship title. So that will be the best part. So I can call him Princess Corbin.
There you go.
Game Killer Fire in the building. Shout out one more time. I think I'm down on my side now.
All right, looks like we
Yeah.
have Isaac over from your chat and our chat now. But hey, Isaac, nice to see
Thanks
you
for
out
joining
there.
us in here, boss.
Ravi says he thinks Big E has done nothing for the IC title, so he's going with Apollo that's going to win it. Ravi also said Fastlane seems like it's going to be a hard watch from these matches.
It's a stepping stone.
It's a stepping stone. You have to have a continuation of the storylines that are going, and you have to have something big happen a little bit before WrestleMania in order for WrestleMania to be like, oh, no, that's what's happening, and and that's kind of what it is. I mean, that's how I look at it anyways, but that's just me. What do I know? I know nothing. It's K, 3D, not C.
Oh, well, that would be half the problem.
You gotta look up the right stuff.
Well, it would be nice.
All right, Isaac subbed to us. Hey, thanks for that. We really appreciate that, Isaac. That is fantastic.
Coffee is a tea or a coffee.
Yes, big shout out to you, Isaac,
Yeah.
man. Great stuff. And if you haven't subscribed on Wrestling Gab, fly over there, man. Show some love.
So according to
Give the
Google,
like.
Joe,
Subscribe.
Kopi is a coffee drink.
Yeah.
It's a type of traditional coffee originating from Singapore. It's highly caffeinated black coffee, served with milk and sugar. Now you know. Now you know. You know those commercials? Now you know. Now
Thank
we're
you.
all educated.
Now I know.
I learned me some shit today. Okay, so back to our
smarter.
matches for Fastlane. All right, so there we're going to talk about the United States Championship. This is Riddle, who's your champion right now, versus Mustafa Ali. Not Mustafa, Mustafa. Get it right, peeps, because you don't like it being said the other way.
Wow. This is gonna be a tough one because I'm seeing Mustafa Ali breaking the Retribution group. I'm also seeing Mustafa Ali also trying to be given that opportunity to be a champion. But this is what I'm gonna stay with. I'm gonna go with my smoke guy right there, man. I'm gonna stay with my smoke dude, man. I want to stay with Riddle. We always want to be high, man, on Monday Night Raw. We want to stay cool and all that.
I just want to be relaxed.
So, Riddle for the win. He's gonna retain.
Want to be, relaxed and just, like, bro.
Yeah, just cool, just keep it cool.
Yeah, this one is funny. I read a feminist wrote on this one, and she said that Riddle is a sex offender, and Ali is the American dream.
Wow.
And it's like, what?
Oh.
I guess.
Does she know what country he's from? I don't think he's from
So
there.
Anyways,
sad.
I don't know how true any of that stuff is, but what I do know is that Mustafa makes a lot of sense in this one.
Mustafa?
Because they could put a title in Retribution and make it somewhat relevant, because Retribution is almost like a backstage joke at this point.
It is a joke, and
So,
it should continue to be one.
Anyways, I think I'm going to go with Ali, although I really, really want to go with Riddle here, because it just makes a lot more sense for me to see Riddle have it. But they could do a lot with Ali as a champion with Retribution. So what's best for business, Ali. What I want is Riddle. But I'm going to go with Ali.
All right.
Yeah, that's true. That's good.
I mean, I can't really argue your sense behind it, but I don't feel that if he got a title that they would keep Retribution together anyways. I don't think it would make them relevant any more than they are now. Giving him a title shot, I guess, makes it slightly relevant. But the fact of the implosions that have been happening with him and his people from this last time, basically since Mia Yim's kind of been gone and then came back. Actually, it was a little bit before she left. He was yelling and screaming at her constantly. I mean, and it's funny because the feminist saying what she said about Riddle, his alleged sexual offensive, and then she's okay with Mustafa yelling and screaming at Mia Yim in her face, like degrading her and treating her like garbage, and she's going after Riddle as somebody who, as an alleged sex offender, as a feminist. I think I'd be more pissed at Mustafa for yelling at somebody that's a woman and degrading her in front of millions of people about how crappy she is and what a piece of garbage she is. Like, come on, dude. Anyways, beside the point. I don't like Mustafa. I don't really like Riddle either, but I don't think that Mustafa is really going to bring much to the title. Like, what's he gonna bring? Like, oh, I'm a bad guy, but I can't keep my group together. I cry baby about everything that happens.
And
My group doesn't do what I want them to do. I'm a heel, so I have to cry about it all the time. I think at this point they should just keep the United States Championship on Riddle, just for this time. Maybe they could have a little bit more into it and maybe change it over to Mustafa if they keep the contention growing and he separates from Retribution. Great. And then maybe it brings them back together or something. But for this particular pay-per-view, I think that Riddle's going to retain his championship for now. So that's just my take. Anyways.
all right.
And my reasoning behind it.
Great. I agree, man. Because what I know is that Riddle will retain at Fastlane, and that will bring Mustafa Ali to go crazy and mad and break the Retribution. So possibly, maybe if he gets a rematch at WrestleMania, then that will be his moment, but not right now.
Right. Yeah. What's your chat saying over there, Joe?
Edwin Pereira says, "Hey Joe, I got a question. Should AEW dethrone WWE?" I don't know. It's gonna take AEW so many years to do that.
Babies. They're
So
just
many
babies.
years.
Yeah, they're not even 2.
Game Killer Fire says, remember it's Trash Corbin. Okay, I don't know what I'm
That's
reading. Sorry about that, guys. Monster Patrick says, what if Brock Lesnar shows up on Fastlane? It will be good. The numbers will go
Any
high.
F5s, Riddle?
Ratings will be huge.
He's just F5s, everybody. He's giving F5s out for everybody. We've already went over the Oprah
You
angle.
get an F5. You get an
Really?
F5.
Like you can imagine Brock Lesnar going for the United States
Right? Oh,
Championship
yeah, I
title.
totally
Man.
could see
Come on,
that.
man. He's gonna make the United States Championship title so worth it. Like now, superstars will want to go for
He's
it.
gonna bring back, like that it's a legit title. People should want it.
Yes. Game Killer Fire says, was Jack Swagger released?
Where have you been?
I-
Seriously, what the hell?
Are you talking about what?
We got a sick kid in the building. Can we call some, can we call some medics right here? What? Jack Swagger right now? We're talking about
the
Jack
people.
Swagger right
Was he
now?
in a coma? They get him mad too many times. Maybe they.
Jake Hager is over on AEW.
I'm confused, man. He's now called as Jack. What is his name in AEW? Jack who?
Jake Hager.
Yeah, Jake
His
Hager.
name is Jake Hager over in
Yes,
AEW.
Jake Hager.
It was Jack Swagger on
Yes.
WWE when he was there.
Man, we the people ended so long time
Years
ago,
like
man.
5,
Like,
6
yo,
years ago. I
come
love it.
on.
Was he
What?
released?
They're in like some weird
David
time
says
warp.
Matt Riddle will. David says
got
Matt
a
Riddle will
Tachyon
win this
amplifier.
man. David also says bro. Game Killer Fire says bro, original bro. Daniel Bryan says I want Ali to win that way. Retribution can finally get jealous that Ali is champion, and we can disband their faction, their group, and they can actually be stars instead of nobodies. Okay, that is from Daniel Bryan. Game Killer Fire says Retribution is an absolute joke. David also says Retribution is a joke, mate. Isaac right there in the comment section says hashtag Cass ad writing. What? Cass ad? I don't get it. Isaac says not true, but not false either. Game Killer Fire says hashtag STD. Isaac is like PTSD. Jacob says, what did I miss? You missed a lot, mate. You missed a lot. Just go back. You can rewind. Rewind the stream.
We're not
and just
repeating.
go back
No
and,
repeating.
We're 9 matches into this thing.
Yeah, we're not repeating that stuff. Isaac says, I don't know. I'm not listening. What do you mean you're not listening?
We're on, but I
Dad?
don't listen to you guys.
I
I
don't
just
get it.
watch it.
So Isaac he's just watching. He's not listening. Wow. That's why I love you, Isaac. You bring all the craziness, the stupidity, all in one. I just love you for that. You're a big guy. You're a good guy. Big clown. You're a big clown. And I'm done, man. Come on.
Oh, good.
Wait.
Is that all? That was everybody's predictions? How very many predictions this time around?
Let me see. Monster says, I still have a feeling that we will get Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. Sorry, bro.
It's just not going to
Sorry. It's
happen
not gonna
because they
happen.
got to do something with Drew.
Yeah, they have to do something with
Yeah.
Drew. I mean, they've done him dirty a couple times. Well, actually, he deserves it, but whatever. He's just so weird. He comes on and it's like, bleh.
Wow. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. As far as much as people hate Brock Lesnar and the way people boo him, they always want to watch.
Yes, he
him.
draws.
That's the funny part. They boo him, they hate him, but they will
I
always want
to
to watch
see
him.
if he gets beat. And then he doesn't, and then they get all
Which is
upset and
impossible.
cry about it in the corner. I don't understand why nobody can beat him. Tears, and it's terrible. Anyways, we don't really have very many people in our chat, but Ravi said Riddle and Ellie's not a great match to watch. Is not great to watch. He didn't really explain or give a pay-per-view thing that's going to happen, but that's all he said. So there's nothing else. I have nothing else.
Yeah, guys, please. Guys, when I'm reading your comments on my side, please also jump to Wrestling Gap. Also comment on the other side a different opinion that you have. So let's share the views, man. Let's share the views. Thank you.
Right.
Can continue.
All right, so this is probably, I don't know if they're going to have any other matches, but this is going to be what I'm calling the final match of the night.
Yeah, the main event.
It's the Universal Championship between Roman Reigns, your champion, Tribal Chief, Head of the Table, whatever you want to call him, versus Daniel Bryan, who literally thinks that he is going to tap him out.
Yeah.
All right, to you, Joe.
One of the stupidest things I've ever heard from Daniel Bryan is that he's going to make Roman Reigns tap out. Like, it's like you're waking up and you say, you know what, today I'm going to fly up in the sky, you know, like I'm just going to do my hands like this and fly. It's impossible.
Yes.
You know, Daniel Bryan needs to sit down and think of what he just talked about. We know he's putting the fire, he's putting the, you know, the show for us, making his fans happy that he's going to make Roman Reigns tap out, making people believe that he will actually do it. And this is the funny thing. Edge is now the enforcer at Fastlane. Edge, possibly, there's 98% that Edge will actually make Daniel Bryan lose, so that Edge can have his opportunity to face Roman Reigns. This is what I'm seeing. Edge will distract Daniel Bryan because there's that feud. Remember, Daniel Bryan attacked on Edge.
Yes.
You all remember. You all remember that, right? So Edge will not forget on that. He will also do something stupid to make Roman Reigns win. And this, of course, my pick is Roman Reigns retaining, man. I got to go with the big dog, the Tribal Chief. But one thing about this match is that at WrestleMania, we won't get it as a one-on-one match. Roman Reigns versus Edge. We will absolutely get a triple threat match. That is what we expect for WrestleMania. According to me, the way I'm seeing the way the storyline is going, we're expecting a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan versus Edge. Who ends up being the greatest? Roman Reigns, as usual, man, is going to win at Fastlane. Simple as that. Hate it, love it. He's the guy for the win.
Good pick. So I also got Roman Reigns winning. I also got this is the exit of Daniel Bryan out of the storyline. So I'm not going triple threat. I'm going, this is where he exits out. Now, to do that effectively, it's going to be Jimmy and Jey Uso that attack him. Because Jimmy is now cleared.
True.
And that sets up a tag team match. Daniel Bryan and his pick, somebody else. Kevin Owens maybe, although it looks like Kevin Owens is flirting with Sami Zayn right now, so that might not happen there. But somebody in Daniel Bryan, maybe a Drew Gulak, although he's on Raw, go up against the Usos, because the Usos are going to want a tag team match at WrestleMania.
Right.
Especially if they're both ready in 21 days.
Right.
So that's how I'm exiting Daniel out of the storyline. So, but I still got Roman winning it. Like, no matter what, Roman's winning it.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, man. Of course. If you pick Daniel, you'll be a clown. I would have called you a clown, but thank God.
And I know people
Thank
out
God.
there really want Daniel to win. I get that. I mean, I understand that. But I have to say that there's no way Roman's not going to be champion out of this. There's just no fucking way.
Daniel is going to wrestle Edge after WrestleMania. That's going to be the storyline.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and the fact that no matter what, the special enforcer, even if it would have been Jay, as a special enforcer, Daniel was fucked. With Edge, he's fucked. So, and he even said it in his little commentary box when he was over there with the commentators last night. He even said it. Like, no matter who wins this, I'm not going to get the good end of the stick. Right. And everything. And it's the whole the whole thing again of David against Goliath and la-di-da-di-da and blah, blah, blah and all that crap. But, yeah, I really, yeah, Roman Reigns is going to definitely keep his title. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And I mean, I can see where Joe's coming from with the triple threat. I just don't know if they would, you know, we talked about a triple threat earlier, you know, with the whatchamacallit championship, Drew McIntyre.
Yes. That one makes sense.
That. Like, that one having a triple threat. Would they really do it with both of them made champions?
Well, as of right now, we don't have one. So right, you could predict two, and then if you get one right, it still counts.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, it just seems... It would be kind of weird if they did that. I mean, I could see him doing it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I could totally see him doing something like that. It's WWE. They were, oh, hey, it's working over here. Let's do it over here. This is hilarious. But no, I think that the whole Daniel and Edge thing has got to play out somewhere else because Daniel did get in his face. Like, Daniel literally became the antagonist against Edge. Edge, you know, supposedly minding his own geriatric business, and Edge is like, da-da-da-da-da, and Daniel's like, get in your face, and threw his walker at him.
If this match is not the main event, then it's going to be Bliss and Randy.
Yeah, and that was the kind of thing I didn't...
Yo, wait a second, wait a second. What are you guys talking about? Yo, can you have respect to the tribal
I honestly
the
think
head
it's
of
going
the
to be
table?
the main event, but I could see them putting it up a little bit further and having the Fiend's return as the main event. Probably just because Vince likes Raw better than SmackDown.
It's not.
But I would assume this is the main event.
That's what I would assume.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
There's that.
Yeah, if they want to bring
that's
the return.
That's it.
Well,
that's how we'll know if there's going to be a return and if it's a big deal, right? Like, is if Roman and Bliss go on last, or not Roman, sorry. I did it too, boss. You did the same thing earlier.
If Randy and Bliss go on last, then you'll know that there's going to be a Fiend return of some kind. But in all reality, that's why I put the Universal Championship last, because I figured it is, you know, it's the main championship match that's happening. They're, you know, they aren't having the other championship happening, right?
Yeah, Lashley is not involved.
Yeah, Lashley's not having any kind of matches or anything like that. So
he could definitely get involved.
He could definitely get involved of something happening. But yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so my pick is Roman Reigns. Your guys picked Roman Reigns because it just makes more sense that he'll retain it. Who knows how long it'll last? You know, will we see Jimmy come out, you know, with Jay and they're like, we're the enforcers too, you know, kind of thing with their little robotic ways. All right, so go ahead, Joe. What do you got from your chat? What's people saying?
Daniel Bryan in the building says, you're a clown. You're a clown. Because we are not getting Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar WrestleMania, maybe SummerSlam, but not WrestleMania, and that's why John Cena and Brock Lesnar are in Canada. Of course, he's replying to Monster Patrick right there. Jacob says, if Brock Lesnar comes back, I'm not watching it. It's a lie. It's a big lie. You will still watch it.
Yep.
You will still watch it. You're just
things.
saying that because you're not where you are, but you will watch it. Yes. It's a normal thing to say.
It's a scary movie, but I'm still going to watch it.
Yes. Duncan Joe says, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. Who will win? We still don't have that match happening until WrestleMania, so we'll talk about that, the prediction of WrestleMania, with, of course, Wrestling Gap. So wait for that one. Javen right there says, Roman for the win. Yes. David says Roman Reigns will win. Yes. Jacob says the tribal chief Roman Reigns will retain. Yes. Game Killer Fire says Brian is making Roman a beast. Game Killer says Brian is going to take hell of a beating down. Exactly. He will be beaten so bad. Casey says Roman. No, I swear, if there is a triple threat, I'll be pissed. Okay, now that makes sense. But don't say, I swear, that you won't watch the show. So if you get pissed, it makes a lot of sense. Shout out to you, Casey. Casey says that Daniel Bryan doesn't deserve it. Yes, he doesn't. Yes, he doesn't deserve it. Javen says Roman for the win. Bryan ain't got no chance in hell. No chance in hell. He got no chance. Daniel Bryan right there says, let me see. What? Joe, you are the even bigger clown. Nobody wants Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan. Maybe Daniel Bryan versus Pete Dunne around
Oh,
NXT
no.
TakeOver, WrestleMania.
Please, no.
Okay, I'm gonna accept on that one. You just called me a clown. I'll accept on it because okay, it actually doesn't make sense. A triple threat. Okay, thank you. I accept it very
take my
well.
hit.
I've taken it so well. So shout out to you over time, Daniel Bryan. Shout out to you. Monster right there, Patrick replying to Daniel Bryan says, and you're what? A punk because nobody knows what will happen in WWE. Regards. Oh boy. Casey says, Joe, the silly man. Thank you, Casey. I accept being silly. David says, Roman Reigns will win, man. Absolutely. Shout out to Over Time. Let me see who we got. Dancing Joe says, catch Joe tomorrow night for Fastlane. Don't be late. Also, Wrestling Gap, they will be live for Fastlane. Also, don't be late on their side. David also says, never no man, three-way, be all the same. So many. Okay, I'm almost done. Both title, be good man, WrestleMania. Okay. Daniel Bryan says, and Wrestling Gap 2, replying to Dancing Joe. Yes, and Wrestling Gap 2. They will also be live for the Fastlane pay-per-view tomorrow. David says, that's true, man. Jacob says, if Vince McMahon likes Raw more than SmackDown, then why is he barring Raw? Okay. Game Killer Vice says, the Fiend, he puts in the Fire Flames emojis. Dancing Joe replying to Jacob says, because Vince is a lunatic.
There's your answer.
Just say because Vince is... Don't say he's a lunatic. Just say he's old, the brain
He's got
thing.
Alzheimer's. And whatnot.
You get it.
Dementia
You get it.
and Alzheimer's, guys. Come on now. Give him a break.
Fijal right there says, here's your winner and new Universal Champion, John Cena.
Oh, Lord.
Whose man is this?
Not mine.
Whose man is this? Whose man is
17
this?
time.
That guy just needs to stay away.
Lord have mercy on Fijal, man. Lord have mercy. Game Killer Fire says Daniel Bryan got a Universal Championship match handed to him. Jacob says, I absolutely hate John Cena. Game Killer Fire says, I don't... Well, okay. I'm not going to read that. David Ryder says, Vince is old timer, man. Daniel Bryan, let me just take it out first of all, this comment. Game Killer, don't say that on my comment, okay? Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. David Ryder says, Vince is old timer, man. Daniel Bryan says, why don't you like... Oh, I'm not going to remove that. Daniel Bryan, don't ask the same question. Don't. Just let it flow. And I'm done. Back to Wrestling.
All right, so we've got Rowley on our chat. Hey, Rowley, nice to see you in our chat today. He says, hi, Wrestling Gab and Joe DeBest. Rowley here looking forward to Nakamura hopefully getting a chance versus Seth Rollins. Interesting. Isaac is saying hello, switching it left and right. Cool. We have David Woods in the chat saying Roman Reigns will win. Rowley's like, I've got Roman winning, then Roman versus Edge Mania. Hopefully Edge wins at Mania. I hear a lot of people wanting that. I get it. We also have James Wheeler out there, and we do have Roblox Daniel Bryan showing up in our chat for a minute. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Hit the subscribe.
Make sure you're subscribing.
Give us a thumbs up. That helps with all of our algorithms. Make sure to give a thumbs up on Joe DeBus also. It helps with his algorithms too. Ravi says Roman for the win. He's saying that the Roman match will be Stella. So he's looking forward to that.
Well, it's going to be a
match.
great match.
Raleigh says, I wish Daniel Bryan winning, but nope. Also, he does have some stuff about Charlotte Flair. Yeah, that was something we did notice, and I'll come back to that just real quick. Daniel Bryan says debuting a star from NXT, somebody for Bryan to team with maybe later on? Possibly. Robbie's like, clown saying John Cena will win. Ha ha. He's more than a clown. He's a flip-flop. There you go. Or a thong. Whatever way you want to look at it. All right. So Raleigh's talking about Charlotte Flair. And I don't know if you noticed this, Joe, but Charlotte Flair is not anywhere near or on anything with WrestleMania. They took her face off. They took everything off that had anything to do with her. We didn't see her on Raw this last week. So that Raleigh said he saw that news today, but he's not sure why. Have you heard anything, Joe? Like, have you seen any of the rumors or what's going on in the background with Charlotte Flair?
I'll be honest. I think maybe Charlotte Flair just got a little bit of sad, angry with WWE, maybe because they don't want to release her boyfriend, So possibly, or maybe the boyfriend is forcing too much for him to leave the company, and they don't want to release him anyway. So maybe Charlotte is kind of, backing up her boyfriend. You know, like, this is my boyfriend. This is the love of my life. So let him do what he wants to do. And maybe WWE says, okay, you want to go the same shoe? Okay, we're just going to take all your pictures off. You know, we're just going to bury you.
Yeah,
Simple
and
as
that's
that.
tough. That's tough on her.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because she should be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, they were building her, but now Ripley coming back this Monday.
Yeah, they already released that. Isn't that crazy?
And
why
so-
didn't they keep that as a surprise?
So
Makes no sense.
with Ripley coming this Monday, they can easily just put Ripley in her place.
Mm-hmm.
Not Ripley in her place, but in
Yeah, with Asuka.
Charlotte's
Makes
place.
a lot of sense.
Raleigh says he heard something about Charlotte maybe doing a film soon, so maybe that might be part of it too. But in all reality, they've never done that with anybody else. Like The Miz did the Marines all the time, but he was still in WWE. He was still there all the time during those times.
Well, but you leave when you're getting on the tapes, but you don't build up. You don't say, I'm going to go
But don't-
through every woman on the roster, and then the next week don't be on TV.
That was my point. Like, exactly. And then all of a sudden you just completely disappear. It is so weird. It's very strange to me and awkward.
I think it's all about Andrade. This whole situation is just
Me
all
too.
about Andrade. I'm positive about it. I think it's just all about Andrade.
Yeah, that's what Travis
That's
said
why.
too. And I told him that she was stupid. I mean, I get standing by your man, but come on, bitch. Like, your career, if you want it to be something, you can't let a man dictate everything for you. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe Andrade might have some different eyes aside. You know, he's like, ooh, okay, you know, and she might get destroyed in the heart. So you see, you better choose your career. You know, right there, at least make it happen. Make it like your dad. Your dad chose his career than coming home and babysitting you. And look at you now. You're enjoying your father's prestigious way that he did in wrestling
with the
company.
multiple wives and the women every night in different cities and.
Imagine, man. Imagine.
Guys, best dream ever.
Crazy.
Right? All right. Well, that was all the matches. I don't know if anybody else in your chat has anything more to say about their predictions or anything like that, Joe, but most of our people are just talking about other stuff right now.
It's okay, you can read them as long as it's wrestling concerning. We are done with the prediction anyway, so you can just read the
one
comments
of the comments
and know
is
what
basically
they have.
just giving me some ribbon about how my boy Edge is going to definitely win at Mania. Then he's coming to our chat and our stuff to celebrate and get his interview from me. I don't think so, Raleigh. Or Ravi. I don't think that's what's going to happen, buddy. I'm pretty sure Edge has way better things to do. And he probably knows by now that I don't like him. So.
Wow.
At some point, we will have a professional wrestler on air.
Definitely, sooner or later.
Absolutely.
We will.
It's with the growth.
I just don't feel it's going to be Edge.
He's kind of huge for us, but you know, you never know. You know, miracles do happen.
I'm just hoping it's
happen.
Anna
It's
Jay.
like Brock Lesnar, you know.
Ty Conti.
You can imagine Wrestling Gap having an interview with Brock
There it
Lesnar.
is.
That one. I'll go with that one.
You guys will be
We would
shooting
be
already to
hated.
200,000
Hated.
subscribers.
Loved and hated at the same time.
I got plenty of
Everybody
questions
would be like, I
for
hope
him.
he gives you an F5. Throwing out F5. oh.
No, if he
Okay.
doesn't give me an F5, I'm going to be upset.
Oh, there you go. See, I'm offended. I didn't get an F5 from Brock Lesnar.
I want
How
to be
dare
F5.
you.
You need to get that in the record. You need to get that in the record, right? You need it to be recorded on your channel right there that
That
he gave
and
you an
then
F5.
The ambulance coming to take him
Wow.
away because he goaded Brock Lesnar to giving him an F5. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen.
We would have lost another man right there.
You'll see this from my stretcher.
You'll be doing a live stream while on the stretcher, bro. You'll be like, hey guys,
Thumbs-
what's up?
Thumbs
I'm
up.
okay, man. I'm okay.
I just got my F5 for Brock Lesnar. All you guys out there who say it's fake, it's not. It's not. I think he ruptured my spleen.
And my kneecap.
What? What? Oh my god. You know, it's like someone asked me if they give me $50 million just to slap Brock Lesnar. I said, yes, I will do it. I will slap him and run away. You know, I'm faster
I
than
hope
him.
I'm
So
faster than him.
I bet
slap
you are. You know?
and yo,
Is it derogatory to say he is?
he wouldn't
Yeah,
catch
so-
me, man. You know, he wouldn't catch me. I have my $50 million with me, man. So I will run, go get some security guys more tougher than him, and he won't even dare come close. He won't dare come close.
You'll be like Apollo.
I'll be walking right there, man.
That's it. There you go.
With a security team behind him.
Raleigh in our chat saying, looking forward to my fave Alexa Bliss Fiend return tomorrow, then Fiend versus Randy at Mania. So
Yes.
that's the way that Raleigh is going with his prediction on that. There you go. See? Robbie's trying to tell me that he keeps telling me that these WWE wrestlers low-key watch Wrestling Gap. Maybe AEW. We did have AEW in
We
our
did
chat
have
one time.
AEW come in here before.
AEW has actually come into our chat one time. So I can say AEW possibly, but WWE, I just think they have better things to do.
Vince doesn't let him on the internet anyways.
Exactly. They're like, yeah, you can't go on the internet.
Man, the dude likes so much money, so definitely he's always controlling everything.
David Robert Wood saying, be all some if Brock Lesnar come, be all some if he come to Wrestling Gap, man. Right? Robbie says Travis will be wrapped up like a mummy with his thumbs up on the stretcher saying, I'm doing fantastic. Exactly. I did it.
Wow.
I got the F5, everybody.
We might not be live tomorrow night.
It's like, Mommy, I made it.
We might not be live tomorrow night, guys.
Roblox Denver is like, at least you guys will be making history. First ever YouTubers on YouTube to get an F5 for Brock Lesnar. Yeah, if it happened, it probably would make some history.
It will be trending, man. It will be worldwide. Trending right there.
If we could get it live, that'd be even better. But it's not going to be live. It's going to be one of those, you better have your phone out recording crap.
I had a buddy that ran
True.
into him at like a Chipotle or something like this in
I thought it was a coffee shop.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was in line at somewhere in Vegas.
Right.
And I was like, "Did you talk to him?"
So Brock Lesnar,
Yeah,
Brock
no,
Lesnar
he
was
was
in the
standing
line.
right next to him,
And
and he's
Travis's
like,
friend was in line.
and he's
right
like
next to him.
texting me. He's like, "I'm."
Wait a second. Brock Lesnar was on the line
Yeah.
waiting
Something
to
like
get
that.
coffee.
I don't remember if it was a coffee place. I think it was a
just
sandwich
a
place.
place somewhere, getting something, some food place. Or
He's really responsible outside there, right?
But my buddy's
Standing
my
on the
buddy's
line.
sitting in line with him. He took
Dude,
a couple pictures,
everybody-
and then he's like, I was like, "Why didn't you ask for his
Wow.
autograph?" He's like, "Well, I didn't want to bug him." And I was like, I would have asked him right there. F5 me on that table right there. Like, just, I don't care.
You're
I will not
amazing.
sue you. I just want you to F5 me on that table right there. I'll pay for the table.
Yeah, just make it happen.
Right?
Just make me
I'd
happen.
be like, now take my phone and make sure you record it. And now I'm going to be F5'd. And I'm going to go to the hospital in Vegas, but I'll be okay.
Too funny. What's funnier though is that the friend knew who he was.
Yeah.
That's what's even funnier because unless you are a wrestling or a
UFC
UFC
guy.
person that watches that stuff, you wouldn't even know who the guy was.
I'm not sure. He's kind of transcended a little bit, but yeah.
Has he though?
He's a big
if you
monster.
go out in the world and you just ask some random person in the middle of our town and say, "Hey, do you know who Brock Lesnar is?" and they look at you like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I think they
is
would.
he like? Does he work over at Farmers Insurance? And you're like, "No."
Yes.
It's like you get to face Brock Lesnar face to face.
yeah.
He's a huge guy. He's built up so well, and then you say, "Hey, what's up, Brock?" And you hear, "Hey, what's up?" The
Mike
voice,
Tyson.
and you're like, "Oh my god, is this?"
You're like, what?
I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous. I'm a bad man.
My god, man!
I'm a bad
Like it really doesn't work out.
It's my back.
What?
It was spinal.
It doesn't really work out, man. Your body needs
Yeah,
to work
right.
with the voice. The body has to match the voice. I'm done. My God, man, come on, man, this is crazy. You just said Mike Tyson, and you just killed me on that one. You just entirely killed me.
Raleigh's like, Robbie is cheeky. True that. Robbie said that. At least you guys. Robbie says, I told you they do watch The Gap. Right. Raleigh's like, just wondering which match you all are looking forward to. Mine's Bliss versus Randy. Hopefully KO versus Sammy at Mania, and KO dives off the ship. That would be amazing. All right, so Raleigh wants to know, which match are you looking forward to the most? at Fastlane.
I think Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. I'm looking forward to that because I want my guy. I want my best superstar, The Fiend, to return.
That's
So
what one
I'm looking
Rawlings
forward to that.
forward to too. That's the one he's going for that one also.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a tough one. I like Roman Daniel, I think.
Think that one's going to stand out the most?
If you're just going what's going to happen in the ring, I think Mustafa Ali and Riddle are going to be the best in the ring. But WWE has a tendency to make those kind of matches quicker than they should be, and so they don't end up playing out like they should.
Right.
I mean, obviously Bliss and Orton is the best story.
Right, and I can see why people are looking forward to it. It's kind of more, it could be more of a cinematic type thing, and they can do a lot of play on stuff and that.
But I've been turning on to the Tribal Chief. Like, that's over the last 6 months or so. I've shifted my sails.
Yeah, that's never happening for me.
SmackDown's the best show on TV because of Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That's true. That's definitely true.
That's not true by any means. I just don't have to like him. Rob is like, if Edge wins at Mania, Beth will not stop talking about it on NXT. Ha ha. Well, maybe somebody will make her shut up. Maybe somebody will just backslap her and be like, shut your face, Beth.
Phoenix.
Somebody should. Because I get tired of hearing her sometimes.
You can't say that about Beth.
I can't. I'm a woman. I can totally
First of all,
say
she's a legend, and second of all, she's a bad woman.
Oh, is she? Is she?
She's
Sure
stacked.
she
You know,
is.
she's the same age as Natalia.
Yeah? Is she? Then why isn't she
What?
out there doing something?
Because she had kids.
So?
Ooh, I got kids.
Heath Slater? Is that her Heath Slater
Wow.
impression? I got kids!
I miss Heath Slater,
I
by
got
the way.
kids, man!
Oh.
I miss that dude, man. I miss him, man.
Isn't
I
he
wish he
injured?
could come back.
Wasn't he in AEW, or not AEW, what's the
Impact?
Impact? And didn't he get injured?
Heath?
Yeah.
I know he moved to a different indie version.
Yeah.
Have you seen him
On
in anything,
Impact?
Joe?
No, I haven't
Oh,
seen
I
him
thought
on
he was on Impact.
So I don't
I know he
where the
wants
hell he
to
is.
fight Jake Paul or Logan Paul. He wants to fight one of those two guys. He's mentioned. Oh, he
Is
would
it
win.
crazy?
Mm.
You don't
I
think
don't
he would
think
beat
so.
one of the Paul brothers? He was a gold glove
No.
boxer.
I know. I've read a lot about Heath Slater, but I don't think he will have any chance at beating any of those brothers. You know.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Jake's
man.
fighting
I'll
in
be
a
honest.
couple weeks, April 17th.
He's
Yeah, he's
fighting a
fighting
tough
a
dude.
UFC.
Ass beat.
He's fighting a UFC fighter. It should be
Loser.
been something.
I hope that guy pops him in the mouth
They
so hard.
they bet $2 million, him and Dana White,
Oh my god.
on that fight. That fight.
Wow. Also, Justin Bieber, I've seen he's also part of that.
Yeah, him and
he's
Snoop
gonna be
Dogg.
part of that also.
They're gonna have a fight.
No.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg is the guy, man. Snoop Dogg doesn't miss such kind of stuff.
Performing. Oh, that's
It's
way
just gonna be
better.
like the Mike Tyson thing. It's on
Oh.
the same network, I believe. I think it's on the Triller.
Yeah.
Oh, are they gonna wear like? Are
it's
they
in the
doing
trailer,
like a exhibition match then?
Yeah, it's
Oh, so he won't get his ass beat.
Yeah.
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
He's fighting a UFC
On
fighter.
an exhibition match.
It's a fight.
If it's an exhibition match, it really won't be that. They'll be wearing headgear. And...
No. There
Oh,
no
did they
headgear.
decide not to wear headgear?
No.
Just gloves.
Just the gloves.
Yeah.
And I think
Well-
they're going to be 12-ounce gloves. And that's some scary stuff.
Yeah. Well, the other guy should beat the crap out of him.
Well, we'll
'Cause he
see.
deserves it.
They're training. He's never fought a professional fighter before.
And what happened to Logan versus
As of
Mayweather?
right now, there's just no date, but Mayweather did come out and say that it's still going to happen.
No, did he? Oh, did he say it?
That's a money match.
Yeah,
That's a
he's
money
expecting $100 million from that.
They're like, we're gonna wait until it gets up to that before we decide
Just
that we're
to
gonna
fight.
have it. That's just so silly.
match. Crazy. These Paul brothers are making a lot of money, bro. You know, these YouTubers,
Yeah,
bro,
they're
they're
just
making a
trying
lot
to
of money.
rope people into the ring with them that are popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that they can get more
Yes.
followers, more
Yeah.
subscribers, more
Well,
money.
they're doing it on WWE
That's a
too,
great
so
thing.
I can't say.
Yeah, they're using Logan on
Sami
WWE.
Zayn is doing it with him, so it's ridiculous. So dumb.
So you can imagine Logan being used in WWE
Can you
for
imagine if
Sami
they
Zayn.
did that?
How crazy.
They could bring in what?
A
Another
pop of
7 million,
7 million.
So many
like a
views.
7 million mark or something
Just
on
for
views.
that. Just at one time.
WWE is very clever.
Yeah.
They're very
When they
clever.
do stuff like that, yeah. When they continuously do it with one person, though, it gets a little old. But when they just have that one pop, it works. And the person's on there for maybe...
Yeah, like Bad Bunny. You saw how
Yes,
Bad Bunny
absolutely.
has been on WWE. He got WWE more subscribers, bro.
The
So
best
many
way to do it
subscribers.
would be to have R-Truth go on a talk show or something, have Logan Paul come out and Logan pin him and become the 24/7
Makes a lot of
champion,
sense.
just to build into the segue of Sami Zayn and or something, just kind of
having
just
their
to build it
little
up.
weird feud.
Because they could put the 24/7 title belt on SmackDown. That wouldn't hurt.
No, it wouldn't. Not for a minute. It's not like he can't come back and get it from him. Or from somebody over there.
But
Yeah.
then he gets that title.
And talking about R-Truth, why is he not given the chance to host WrestleMania? Why give Hulk Mania for
Hulk?
what? Hulk
I
Hogan
think they're
for
trying to bring in the older demographic with Hogan, and then a Titus O'Neil for the younger demographic.
Yeah.
what? Still doesn't make sense, you know, because right now in WWE, a lot of young guys, are more subscribers following
Yes.
WWE right now.
Yeah. Well, I
You know?
mean,
Things
yeah,
keep
it's
on
about
changing, you know.
it's about even, I think, with the 50-plus-year-olds and the younger guys. I think there's about 2.5 million people that watch
Yeah.
WWE, and about 1.3 are younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to
True,
just
true,
keep
true,
that
true.
the upper. Like, I have a whole bunch of people that I know that are older that used to watch it.
Yeah.
And so when the John Cena's show
Yeah.
up, they get an extra, million people watch.
Yeah. They do. It's true. A lot of
Edge,
people will.
this Edge thing, like, I have a whole bunch of friends that are like, "Did you see Edge is back?" I'm like, I do a show every night.
Like, did you see that Christian is back? And they're like, what? Who's that? I'm just kidding.
They kind of realize it. They kind
Yeah.
of realize it later.
Anyways, we should probably get off
So
the air.
good.
Well, I'm going to read some of my comments.
Okay.
I'm sure Joe will want to, too. We have David in there. Just made my day. I'm looking forward to Randy versus Bliss. Me, Apollo Crews versus Big E, man. Robbie says Roman and Bliss and the women's tag only for the botches from Nia just to laugh at. Raleigh says, I like Beth Phoenix. She's great. A lot of people don't like her and think she's annoying like you, Wrestling Gab. Oh, no. Don't lump Travis in
Don't
that.
lump me in
Travis loves Beth Phoenix. He would probably marry her if he could. I don't really like her. I just don't like her commentary because she
And I'll
talks
be the
about the
priest.
same thing
I'll be
over
the
and
priest.
over and over again. I mean, she just, look at that joint manipulation. Look at that joint manipulation.
Okay.
Sometimes it just gets annoying. Anyway, says, I love Beth Phoenix and Edge. Robbie's like, LOD, so you're not a fan of Beth on the mic through the matches on NXT. I'm just not. Robbie's like, who's Logan Paul? Don't look him up. You'll want to burn your retinas out of your eyeballs. Rally's,
Don't even
don't.
check him out.
don't even. Just
Shout out
just
to Logan
walk
Paul
away.
in case he's watching.
Run away.
There's 7 million views.
Raleigh's like, Heath Slater is on. Raleigh's like, Heath Slater is on Impact.
Logan Paul is good for us,
Right.
giving us views, man.
Raleigh's like, Heath Slater is on Impact.
Let's talk smack
Talk
about
smack
him so
about
we
him.
get
Joe's gonna
views.
fight him in a couple months.
Yeah, Joe's totally gonna fight him.
Just get me the ticket to the States and I'll beat you down.
If you get a fight, I will pay for your way to come to the States to
For
fight.
that, I will sell things.
I'm gonna train the African way. Then we meet, bro. Then we see, man. See, bro.
There you
I
go.
got.
That's what we want to see. Raleigh's like, Heath Slater is on Impact. So Raleigh says he's on Impact, so he must watch
Yeah,
it.
but he's
He's
injured.
really damaged his leg. Think he broke it. He's been injured for ages. He's at Impact with Rhino and Hornswoggle. Remember them and Eric Young.
The wee nominal one.
Ah, there you go. Robbie's like, too many stinky boxing matches with Z-listers. Haha. We do have Rosella in the chat. And
Rosella.
Raleigh says, I like Bad Bunny because he's with Damian Priest, who's so good. I wanted Bailey or Billy Kay. Come on, WWE. They would have been great hosts. Probably Bailey. She's great at talking. Okay, that's it on our side. What about you, Joe? You got people in your chat talking away over there?
Yes. We got Game Killer Fire Rather says, I like Drew McIntyre, but I don't want him to win WrestleMania. Yes, that's my friend. Monster Patrick Rather says that Jey Uso will interfere in Daniel Bryan's match. David also says, make a lot of sense, man. Jacob says, when will Andrade return? Still, we don't know. Monster Patrick rather says, Replana Jacob says he's been released from WWE.
I haven't heard that. Right? Joe's
Released?
face is my face.
No way. WWE
Exactly.
haven't released him yet. David says, Bill Awesome Man. Game Killer Fire says, you wanna be F5? Game Killer's like, I bet you don't even have the balls to stand outside while Brock Lesnar is in the ring. Okay, that's true. I don't.
You might
know.
be talking
That's
to me,
true.
and I do too.
I don't. Yeah.
Travis is like, I totally
I
have
don't,
the
man. I
balls.
don't.
I get in there.
I'm not getting in a ring.
I don't got the balls, man.
Unless
I
he
don't got the
invites me
balls.
in the ring.
One time. One time.
Maybe if he
Well, I've
invites
never
you, makes
seen
a lot
like
of sense.
it never ends well for the fans that jump in the ring.
I always get ripped off, man.
You get banned for life and shit. It's not fun.
David right there says, well, man, amazing. Game Killer Fire says, yeah, you're going to sue Lesnar. Game Killer Fire right there says, Brock Lesnar, I'm here to fight, baby. David says, it's so funny. That's amazing, man. Game Killer Fire says, is the Fiend returning? Randy is a dead meat. Game Killer Fire says, if the Fiend doesn't return, what? You'll what? You'll what? You will leave WWE or you want to watch WWE? What are you trying to say?
They're going to
Get the
riot.
facts right. Because
That's
that's
a
a lie. So many people have talked that I want to watch WWE again.
They'll
But they
be there
still
Monday.
get
They're going to
themselves
walk down their street
back.
with picks and torches. They're going to be like,
They're
I'm
gonna-
rioting!
Exactly. You know, that it's addictive like that. If you're a pro wrestling fan, you'll just be a pro wrestling fan. Simple. Game Killer Fire says, I'll quit WWE if the Fiend doesn't return.
He's gonna return. It's happening.
Good joke.
We just don't know when.
But that's a good joke. Imagine if he doesn't return. He says he's going to leave WWE. How? How? They
They'll
wouldn't
quit
even
watching
notice that you
WWE
left.
for like 12, 13 hours until Raw.
You will just watch. Yeah, except Raw. Except Raw. Makes a lot of sense. David says, don't forget NWA pay-per-view and Fastlane this Sunday, man. I wish I would have been doing NWA, but I don't know how to do it. But, yo, Fastlane, of course, tomorrow night. Monster Rider says, I have a question. WWE, please get rid of those toy championship from your show. Regards. Okay. So we are the officials. Okay, don't worry, Monster. We are the officials. We will set it all the way to WWE.
I'll email it
they
to him
need
right
to
now.
hear that. So
Fax
I'm
it.
going to write him a very strongly worded letter.
We got this. Yeah, we got this. We got
Snail
you
mail.
guys. We will send a note, a letter to the so. Jacob says, I hate the Paul brothers.
There you go.
I didn't say it. To any Paul fans right there, Paul brothers fans, I didn't say it. I just read it on the comments. So keep on subscribing. Just subscribe. I'm a cool guy. Just subscribe, you know. David says, that's true, man. Javen right in the building. Hey, Javen says, Roman for the win. Yes, for sure. Roman for the win. I think I'm done for the comments
All
right
right.
here on my side.
Yeah, we just had one more from Raleigh saying Chelsea Green is back and
She is.
medically cleared.
She is cleared.
Probably on NXT, but he can't wait until Rhea on Monday, her versus Asuka versus Peyton for that Raw Talk promo. Maybe more women in Asuka match at Mania. Yes, Raleigh, those are some good pointers, and we like to hear that kind of information. Thank you so much. All right, everybody, we're going to head out for the day. Thank you so much to Joe and Joe to Best Wrestling TV for hanging out with us and doing predictions with us for Fastlane. If you are not subscribed to Joe, go over there and subscribe to his channel. Give him a thumbs up on this wonderful video that we did today, because you know what? That helps with his algorithms. And do it on our side, because it helps with our algorithms also.
Lots of these.
We want to send out a whole bunch of love to all of our wonderful fans. We appreciate every one of you. If you're new, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do. If you haven't subscribed to Joe, please do.
Joe, what shows do you live stream every week?
I'm always live every Monday for Monday Night Raw, every Tuesdays for Impact Wrestling, every Wednesday for NXT, every Friday, of course, for SmackDown, and Saturday and Sunday, depending. If there's a big pay-per-view that I'm supposed to do for UFC, boxing, WWE, AEW, Impact, I'm always live for that.
Awesome.
So,
And which
yes.
ones do you do?
I don't do anything. I just sit here.
Well, we do Monday Night Raw, we do Wednesday, we do AEW Dynamite, if you're interested in Dynamite, and we do Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, that's the best part. That's the best part. That's the best part. That's the only difference we have with Wrestling Gap right now. Wrestling Gap, they do every Wednesday, AEW. So, AEW fans, I don't want to get you on my channel on Wednesday. Go all the way to Wrestling Gap. Don't
But
wait
that's
to Wrestling
gonna be
Gap.
changing.
So, and if you're on Wrestling Gap and you're an NXT fan,
Yeah.
Right.
jump all
But
the way here.
right shortly
It's
after
always fun on
WrestleMania, it
NXT.
looks like
Yes.
NXT could be moving to Tuesdays, so Joe will be doing that instead of Impact, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And also, Wrestling Gap will also go back to doing NXT
Maybe.
on Tuesdays.
Possibly.
Yes.
We haven't made that decision yet.
Not possibly. It's a fact, man. NXT, bro. Come on, man. NXT's on a different
Right on.
day. You know, you have to do it. Yeah, you have to.
All right, everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching Wrestling Gap and Joe to Best TV. And we're going to say bye, and then Joe can go ahead and sign off on his side.
Yeah. So
Bye-bye.
bye, Wrestling Gap peeps.